The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. The former Georgia product leading out this crew in his 10th year now at the helm of the Lions. It's Matthew Stafford.
One thing you ask for from your quarterback, improvement each and every season. You also ask for consistency. Matthew Stafford, 7 straight years over 4,000 yards passing. He's still looking for that initial playoff victory during his tenure, but I think that he's been leading them towards it and has a chance to get it in the upcoming future.
Stafford on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for a Lions first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Glenn Williams is one of my favorite players when he came out of college. Light on his feet, excellent movement skills, able to get people's hands off of him so he can get into the opposing backfield, and also has the strength to bull rush when necessary.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. Wilson snags it left side. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. To the air again, Stafford. And that's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. to throw again. Stafford, and his throw's going to be incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Again, it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a man who started more Super Bowls than anyone in NFL history, the great Tom Brady.
I can't help but admire the career Tom Brady has had. The numbers are off the charts. The Super Bowl championships and rings, we know that they are incredible. But how about the durability? Had one season that he missed, most of that season because of a knee injury. The rest of the time, he answers the bell and wills his team to victory more times than not. And we keep hearing from people who are waiting to see the drop-off in his play. I'd quit worrying about it. I'd quit looking for it. He says he wants to play until he's 45. Is there any reason to doubt him? His skills have shown no sign of declining.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Starts offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
To throw on on third down. Brady got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
It's hard to believe that a guy can get double-digit sacks in the NFL, and we can still describe him as raw, but that's the case for Ziggy Ansah, who went to BYU, mainly as a track and field guy, gravitated towards football, became a starter for 1 season, and then moved into the NFL. A lot of potential left to scratch for him, a lot more pass rush moves left to be added, but he is a scary, scary prospect.
Brady to throw on second down. Oh, some strong running. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On third down, Crowell. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the second quarter.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up on the first quarter. 3-0 is our score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Enunwa's got it, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think,
mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a give to Crowell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. 1st and 10 right at the 20. On the run, it's Crowell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's a noon one. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Ready? 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on second down is Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On first down, Stafford here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's second down. Well, quite a few teams this past week in the NFL were playing with new quarterbacks, guys that have been in the league, but in a new uniform. And they had quite a bit of success. You noted some of them. Who'd you have down?
It's really incredible success when you think about it. Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, 1. Case Keenum in Denver, 1. Alex Smith with Washington, 1 at Arizona. Pat Mahomes, he started one game last year, but it was really a throwaway. His true debut on the road against the Chargers, wins. And Tyrod, whichever way he wants it pronounced, got a tie with Cleveland. How about special category? Ryan Tannehill back with the Dolphins. He wins in their home game against Tennessee. And fear the beard. Ryan Fitzpatrick with a monster.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on fourth down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. The Detroit defense, we get set to watch them go. Now, last time out, they gave up the touchdown. Here, though, this defense in prime position.
This gives them a chance to go ahead and take the last possession and throw it away. Not even worry about it anymore. They can be in attack mode now. They can be the ones who can change this game and change field position and give their offense a great opportunity.
And you mean attack mode by what they call here defensively?
Exactly. Great spot to have the offense pinned back. Don't let them out, and maybe pressure advantage.
White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20!
They begin with a run by Corral, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. Incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Jets on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is Crowell. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devon Kennard coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
220! 380!
Now Brady. That is incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Jets on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big 30-yard play on third.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On first down, Brady. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Like 20! Like 20!
Again, it's Brady. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Like 20,
Throwing again. Brady dumps off to Powell. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
20,
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bilal Powell, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The extra point now coming from Myers. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This is the newest member of the Lion backfield, LeGarrette Blount. And he'll take it across midfield down into jet territory. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff looking right. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. They'll run with Crowell. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Brady. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Brady on the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 20.
Crowell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. So out now come the Lions. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
From the end zone, Stafford. And on the left side here, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent game.
Still
but
1st
all
down.
for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
2
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Stafford now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
180.
Now it's Stafford. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slam. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the 50, Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're
Still
supposed to
second
get all
down.
the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing again is Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. To the air again, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Again, it's Stafford. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Set. Blue 60.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding, offense.
So that one a hold,
Still
right
3rd down.
guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
Set. 180.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming
Still
on
3rd
that
down.
play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Set. 280.
Stafford now to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it's Crowell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Again, it's Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Jets on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Like 20, 380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.